If you want to be successful, you got to focus on giving more to other people. What's going on, guys? It's Uzziah, your success consultant, and today's video is all about how you can effectively get more by giving more value to the world. So I want to hop right into the three things. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Number one, this goes back to a quote that Jim Rohn said decades ago. He said, "The world doesn't respond to need. The world responds to seed." What does that mean? That means that the world doesn't care about what you want. You may want to be able to make a lot of money. 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures. You may want that in your life, but the world doesn't care about what you want. The world doesn't respond to need. The world responds to seed. The world cares about what are you going to do to bring value to the marketplace, and it will reward you in kind with a monetary value. There's too many people that have been programmed and trained to be super selfish. You want to start a business? You only think about, well, how can somebody put $1 in my pocket? You don't think about, okay, well, what value am I going to give to another person that will want to make them take their hard-earned money and spend it on me in exchange for what I have to give to them? And this is a big reason why there's so many businesses that fail within the first 5 years of inception. In fact, 80% of all small businesses fail in America within 5 years. And one of those reasons is because of the fact that when they started a business, they went into it with the impression that they had value to give, but the world told them that they didn't, all because of the fact the business owner wasn't really listening. You know, you start a business and you think that because of the fact that it's a good idea to you, is going to be a good idea to the rest of the world. And that's not always so. One of the things that I always speak with my clients about doing to make sure that you're giving actual value to future customers is just to be able to have conversations with your target market. So before you go out and build something and you take out a business loan and you invest top dollar on something that you think is a good idea, understand the thoughts and the concerns of your market. Do they think that it's a good idea? Is it based around a problem that they are having? Because people, they don't pay just simply for good ideas. They pay for you to be able to solve their problem. But again, all of that goes back to having a servant's mentality. There's so many people that will try to find mentors, and they want to find a mentor by doing this. They'll go out to a mentor. They might send him a message. They might see him in person and be like, "Hey, yeah, I got this really good business idea and I just want to be able to lay it on you. And I just need 10 minutes of your time. I just need 15 minutes of your time." That doesn't do anything for the person that can actually help guide you in a business. By you just trying to get out of it, you're not giving anything, right? Because it's your business. The person that you're going to as a mentor, they're not moved by the fact that you have some idea. They're already doing their own thing. So what is it about how you're approaching them that says, I have some level of value to give to you up front, and I'm going to be able to get value from you based upon what I just gave to you? This segues into my second point, which is this. You have to be able to understand the law of reciprocity, okay? In every person's mind, there are certain cognitive biases. What I mean in layman's terms is a person's brain is wired to do certain things by default, by habit, when certain things happen. So I'll give you a prime example. Think about the golden rule, right? Do unto others what you would want done unto you. If you do good for a person, then subconsciously that person becomes a little more motivated to do something good for you. Now, does this happen in every case? No. We know that there's some people that are extremely selfish. We know that they're so self-absorbed and so inconsiderate that they may not give back to you if you do good for them. We're not focusing on those people in the context of growing in our career. We're focusing instead on the people that will respond in kind when we give a good gesture to them. So what does this look like in real life? This means that if you're trying to seek out a mentor that's able to help you, start a business, get a better job, grow your career, make more money, stop opening up a conversation by just focusing on what you want them to do for you. Nobody cares about what you want. This is just the nature of the world. In fact, it's just pretty much a universal principle that most people are inherently selfish. So understanding that and leveraging that, you're going to work that principle to your advantage by opening up a conversation with giving them some level of value. So if you want to be able to get 10 minutes of their time, well, the first thing that you need to ask yourself is, based upon this person's level of success, how much is 10 minutes of their time worth to them? It could be hundreds, it could be thousands, it could be more than that. So what an intelligent person that understands this law would do is say, how can I provide them with some type of a value based upon the things that I have, right, in my back pocket, which could be time, it could be one of your talents, it could be your own labor of helping them. How could I be able to give them some level of value that in exchange for the time that they're going to give to me, I'm going to respond in kind by giving them 5x the value to make sure that they give me 10 minutes of their time. So what I'm saying is, instead of going up to a person and just asking for 10, 15, 20 minutes of their time just to fulfill your own selfish needs, find out what it is that they need or what they could use to help them solve their problem. Do that for them with no strings attached. Do it for them, because when you do it for them, they're going to want to do something for you. It's going to hedge the bet to make sure that that same 10 minutes that you wanted so bad, they're actually going to be inclined to do it because they know that they owe you something based upon the law of reciprocity. And again, that's the reason why I'm telling you guys, especially, like aspiring business owners, if you try to build a business, even though we're shifting into an information economy where there's so many things that people are getting for free, if all you're doing is just saying, yes, here's what I got, go buy it, you're not going to win. That's going to be a losing strategy from year to year as this economy continues to grow. The people that are actually going to win in the economy for years going forward is the people that understands this cognitive bias that I'm telling you about right now. It's the people that understand that in order to get, you have to give. And I'm going to provide you with one nugget here, another nugget here, another nugget there. So that way, by the time that I need something based upon how much value I've given to you for free, you're going to give me something in exchange for that. Okay, all of you that are in business right now that want to be able to understand this from a marketing context, I would highly advise that you buy the book Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk. He breaks it down in extreme detail, the significance of being able to give a lot of values to others so that way you can get into return. Okay. Third and final point before we bring this to a close, you need to understand the law of affection. Now, I read this first in another book that was extremely powerful called The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. The law of affection basically says that if you want to be able to make a substantial amount of money, that means that you have to be able to provide substantial impact to others in one or two types of ways. What does that mean? If you look at a company like McDonald's, right? You know how McDonald's is like a multi-billion-dollar franchise? Well, if you look at some of the old McDonald's buildings, what will it say on the McDonald's sign? It will say over 1 billion customers sold. They didn't just get $1 billion by sitting on their behind, scratching their butt while they was watching TV. They literally impacted billions of people in order to make 1 billion. So the question is, how are you going to go about impacting the lives of people substantially in order for you to be able to receive benefits substantially? There's too many people that overlook this rule and they think that it's going to happen some other type of a way. The only way that you're going to be able to get a lot out of your life is if you're giving that much and more to somebody else's life. So are you going to be able to impact maybe hundreds of thousands of people? Are you going to impact millions of people? Maybe billions, who knows? That's going to be the only way that you're going to be able to make $1 million or more. Even, any type of substantial amount of revenue, you got to be able to impact a lot of people. There's got to be a lot of people that have to say, yes, this person provided a lot of value to me, and in exchange, I rewarded them with that on a monetary basis. That's the only way. It's a give and a take. Or you have so much impact that you're giving to people on a smaller scale that they're willing to pay you an extremely high amount based upon the substantial impact that you gave to them, maybe on a more personal basis. So, maybe you look at a person and they're like a professional coach. You look at a person, they might be a good personal trainer, someone that understands the art of working with people in a very powerful one-on-one setting, and because of which they're able to receive the benefits of being rewarded for that because of the fact they impacted that person's life on a really high level. Whole case in point, the world doesn't give a damn at all about what you want. If you want to get something out of life, you got to be willing to give 10 times that amount more to people, in many cases all for free, so that way you can start to receive benefits in kind, based upon the law of reciprocity, right? The golden rule, and just being a likable person. When people see that you're going to give to others, they're going to like you enough to want to do business with you. If people get the idea that you're just in it for self, they're never going to do business with you. They're never going to reward you because they're not going to like you, okay? Focus on all of these basic human principles, and I guarantee you that that's going to be able to lead to your success. All right? So please, please, please share this video. Share this video with your family members, share it with your friends, share it with the brothers that you know in the community that could be able to really be able to thrive off of these lessons. The truth of the matter is, we've all been trained to be extremely selfish, to think that the world revolves around us, to think that other people should just bend their will to the needs that we have for our own self-interest, but the world is actually telling you something completely different. The world is telling you that you could want a big house and you could want a nice car all day, but you're never going to get it until you actually serve the interests of others to such an extent that they're going to want to return the favor back to you. All right? So please share this video. Please subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to be able to give you guys as much solid information that you need to really be able to take things to the next level. I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.